today, as I'm filming this, is actually 31st of August. So G-Shock Japan already add all those new release models in their website. You can check them all out if you haven't yet. So I'm just gonna look through as I'm reviewing. And I didn't expect they will release like 16 models altogether this month. Before we get started, I'm wearing my Gulfmaster MTG, and one of my favorites. We are gonna have the 35th anniversary series lineup, 5 models altogether, and then we're gonna have a new lineup, which is the GA800 series altogether, 3 models including the 35th anniversary. And we're also gonna have like the G Steel lineup, a new colorway, I mean the small size G Steel. This will be the 3rd series, all 4 colorway though. And to my surprise, Casio released another Gulfmaster lineup, and I'm very excited to see them, although they look very simple by the way. Only 2 colorway. But next we also have a new MTG lineup, but there is the MTG G, the GPS model. The one I'm holding now is non-GPS, but they look almost similar, and those are very expensive and far more limited. 2 colorway. But yeah, let's get to the first one first, which is the most simple looking but one of the most hyped up release. So we're gonna have a GA110. I believe the GA110 series is the first GA110 that was added up into G-Shock 35th anniversary, or this anniversary related thing. All this series is called the Big Bang Black, so it is just in black. But they did mention in their website that they use a new type of a resin mixture that makes the watch looks totally, it is mind-blowing. I mean, it's totally beautiful. I've seen a few photos of these fellas in Instagram though. If you're just judging the watch from the poster photo, you're gonna say that it's just black. You're not gonna get interested at all, not that. So just keep that in mind. This new mixture, I really need to have a look at them in person, and I'll probably be purchasing all 5 of them. But you guys should know that they are very expensive. I mean, they are just slightly higher from the normal models. So even though I'll be purchasing all of them, I'll not be able to purchasing them all at once. I might be getting this one first, and then get the other one, and the other one. This is gonna take a few months. So as usual. If you're already a big fan or a subscriber to this channel, you know how I do things. You know, I didn't just buy them. I used to, but not anymore today because I'm kind of like a funds. But again, we have 5 models: GA135, GW5035A, and GA735A, GA835A, and where's another one? Another one will be the GG1035A twin sensor motor master. And before I proceed, I just want to tell you guys, G-Shock already had, I believe, released this type of series before in their 25th anniversary, and they call that the DW525A, something like that. So I believe they're just similar thing, except in this release they're just black, similar to those, but it is in a new resin mixture. And looking from history, these fellas didn't get so much hype after years. Although they get a lot of hypes during the release date, after years you can find them again in Yahoo Japan auction at almost similar price as their retail. I mean, depending on how they actually looks like in person, that's gonna change as well. But from my opinion, I think it is okay for me to wait and get them one by one, and not get into too hype up to get all of them at once real quick and be worried if they're gonna be sought after, you know. I think they're just gonna be sitting. Especially today, G-Shock seems to be releasing like thousands and thousands of these models, so yeah, not gonna worry much on that. Out of all 5, which one is I found to be the best is, I believe, the GA735A. For some reason, I found that looks pretty good in my opinion. I mean, for the pricing, for the overall look, for the popularity, I believe the GA700 series have the best one. Even though I am a big fan of GA110, but in this release I can see that they only use a normal engine in there, like the most basic 110, and anyway, I believe the GA700 looks the best. I mean, it is very bold and big, and it is totally different from the previous 700 series. They put a little bit more effort in that model compared to how much the efforts they put on other models. Just my opinion. It might change in the future after I have a look at them, you know. I'm not a big fan of the GA835 or GA800 series yet because probably they are very new, and I don't really like how the digital display works for some reason. It looks pretty odd in my opinion, and that's probably one of the reasons why it looks cheap. Yeah, to be honest, it looks cheap, even though, yeah, I know it just looks cheap though. That's just my first impression on the GA800 lineup. And same applies to all other two colorways, the all black with positive and also the red with negative. But we'll see about that. I mean, the all black, I mean the basic GA800 only gonna cost you 15,000 yen, and the 35th anniversary gonna cost you like 5,000 yen more. I'm not sure if that gonna justify the high cost. I mean, 5,000 yen is a lot of money, you know. Alright, I've been covering plenty of minutes just on this model alone. But anyway, talking about the GA700 as well, we're gonna get another GA700 in a collaboration. This is not new as well. I've seen this before, released in G-Shock Singapore. I mean, people in Singapore already seen this. I already seen a photo of this in Facebook as well. So nothing new. I already seen this. It looks very good though. And I used to be a big fan of white G-Shock watch. That's why I own this, but not anymore today. Man, G-Shock's X Sequence released in September. The retail price will be 21,000 yen. Man, it looks pretty. I mean, they come with a special box in case. I'll probably grab them if I'm able to get this at a bit cheaper than the retail, if there are any out there. So I'm not sure yet if I will get them. I will, maybe yes, maybe not. We'll see about that. Now let's have a look on the G-Steel lineup. So we're gonna have 4 colorway: all black with resin, silver, black with resin, white and silver, very beautiful white one, that red and black as well. It's pretty a cool looking watch, and out of 4, I believe the all white G-Steel looks very nice, very beautiful, and the black and red looks very cool. The retail price is 40,000 yen, still expensive in my opinion, but I can get this at tax-free shop at far cheaper, probably about 30,000 yen and such, you know. After I own this MTG, I'm starting to realize that, man, this model gonna fit me very nice, since I believe the model over there, the small size G-Steel, just gonna be roughly similar size as this and probably smaller, so it's gonna give a very nice fit. Overall look, they looks pretty good, although the pricing is pretty high though. Even though they make the size cheap, smaller, the prices still aren't small. So I'm gonna pass on this first until I get enough budget. So the G-Steel lineup over here, probably the last one that I'm gonna purchase out of all of this release. So we'll see about that. And next gonna be about 2 more models. The Gulfmaster, my favorite G-Shock. And I believe, I'm not sure why they released this GW&Q 1000A. I guess I've seen this one before. I can't recall if they released similar thing again. Is this a new re-release or what? I'm not sure, but the new one will be the GW&Q 1000 MCA. Price range between the GW&Q 1000A and GW&Q 1000 MCA is like totally different. I mean, like totally off. The basic one, GW&Q 1000A black and blue, I mean the most looks very basic. Resin watch band, only 78,000 yen, and they added DLC coating and I believe a composite watch band on it, and the price skyrocketed to 105,000 yen. That is insanely high, man. Although I can get this at a low price lower than that, of course, at tax-free shop, but still the retail price is pretty high in my opinion, you know. But I can understand it because I own one of them and they are very amazing G-Shock watch. Yet that's it. Okay, let's move on to the next one, the MTG G-Shock. I just own one of this, and this news comes out, although this is the GPS version, 2 colorway MTG G 1000 SG, both of them similar, although the only difference is that one in blue and gold and black, and the other one will be gold and red, and yeah, that's about it, and black. Yeah, both of them will retail at 160,000 yen, which is crazy expensive. If you look from the poster alone, you can see that the material that they use on those, the finishing, the build of those looks totally different. I mean, the standard price for these fellows is 120,000 yen. So adding new material gonna skyrocket the price 40,000 yen more, which is quite a lot, The blue one is like very limited. They even stated that it is 700 units worldwide, and the gold and red one is like 900 units worldwide, which is very small amount. And I own all of this. Man, look at that. This is just the basic one, the cheapest one, the first generation model, and look at how gorgeous this thing is. And I can't imagine how that limited edition model gonna look like on your wrist if you own one. So I can understand the pricing system and all that, but anyway, they're still expensive, to me at least. Stay tuned for that unboxing and review video. I'll be firstly going after the 35th anniversary, and then I'll move along and see which one to get next, you know. So I hope you guys found this video useful, informative, and entertaining as well. For future reference, leave a like if it does helping you with your purchase decision, or it doesn't, I don't know. But anyway, that's about it, guys. Thank you very much for your support. Keep on coming. This is G-Shock High Fashion channel, and